So, is it ready now? Okay. When you come into the room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that, give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case. You don't have to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of a document concerning your case that you will take with you when the hearing is over. If you're someone who's here on a probation violation matter that's in Superior Court, Maricopa County Superior Court, the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you so that you will have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, you need to make sure that you carefully review the release orders and comply with any conditions they may contain. For example, if the conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we will start with Tessa Litt. And then after Ms. Litt will be Julio Santiago. Full name, date of birth, ma'am.
Tessariano Litt, 7/60/90.
All right. You're on felony probation here in Maricopa County for 2 prior felony convictions. They contend you violated conditions of probation. A warrant for your arrest in each case was issued on April 27th, one with a $100 bond, the other with a $200 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on June 9th at 8:30. And your order's right over there.
Am I bondable? Can I get bonded out with those bonds?
You have yes, that's what I said. $100 in one case and $200 in the other. $300. Make sure you show up if you bond out.
You said June 8th, right?
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Yeah, Julio Santiago, then it'll be Ambrose Ham. Full name, date of birth?
Julio Santiago, November 11, 1994.
All right, you're here on 2 matters. You were on felony probation. And a disposition hearing was going to be conducted at the same time, same day, at the same hearing that you were going to be sentenced on new criminal charges that you hadn't been convicted of yet. That was on May 22nd. When you didn't show up, the judge issued a warrant, a no bond warrant in both cases. So you'll be held without bond at least until your next court date, which will be June 9th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your orders are right over there. Ambrose Ham, and then it'll be Catherine Baca. Full name, date of birth, please.
Ambrose Ham, 11/24/06.
All right, ma'am, you are here because a warrant was issued out of Yuma County Superior Court when you failed to appear on a felony charge there. It was issued on March 31st with a $10,000 bond. You'll be held here at least until the Yuma County Sheriff's Office picks you up for your next hearing, which will be June 5th at 8:30 in Yuma County Superior Court. And your order's right over there.
Okay.
Catherine Baca, then it'll be Justin Foster. Full name, date of birth?
Catherine Vane Baca, 10/25/1983.
All right, ma'am. You're on felony probation on 2 separate cases here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, and on March 14th, the warrant was issued in each case with a $150 bond in each case. Your next court date now will be June 9th at 8:30 at Superior Court in downtown Phoenix for your revocation arraignment hearing. Then the reason you're here today or tonight or this morning is that you were arrested yesterday and charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, a misdemeanor, shoplifting, a misdemeanor, organized retail theft of merchandise, a Class 4 felony, and a form of shoplifting that is a Class 4 felony. Also, I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. In this case, I've set a $50 bond. Your next court date will be June 9th at 8:30. Also, conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred. All right, and your order's right over there. Justin Foster, then it will be Sky Don Friend. Full name, date of birth.
Justin Foster, 9985.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I don't know if you intended to carry out the threats you made, but I'm going to err on the side of caution. A $10,000 bond is set. Your next court, and I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court date will be June 9th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. If you do bond out, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, even though that's your residence, until the further order of the court. You're not to have contact with any victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. And your order's right over there. Sky Don Friend, and then it will be Timothy Mitchell. Full name, date of birth.
Sky Don Friend, 12/31/92.
All right, ma'am, you're here on 3 different matters. You have an arrest warrant out of Wickenburg, the town of Wickenburg. You were charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 1 misdemeanor, and you failed to appear on June 19th of last year. They issued a warrant for your arrest with a $1,000 cash-only bond. Your next court date in that matter will be June 11th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And if there's any conflict with these dates, we'll make sure that things get arranged in a way that no warrants are issued. Then you were charged with these felonies here in Maricopa County: possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony in this case. A status conference was scheduled on March 12th. You didn't show up. The judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 cash-only bond. Your next court date in that matter will be June 9th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And then you have an arrest warrant out of Hacienda Justice Court when you failed to pay a fine on a conviction of driving while under the influence. The warrant in this case was issued on April 2nd with a $1,045 bond. Your next court date in this matter will be on June 5th at 8:30, Hacienda Justice Court. And again, you don't have to worry about making your court dates. The system will make whatever adjustments it has to make sure that you make all your court dates. All right, Timothy Mitchell, and then it will be Matthew Mays. Full name, date of birth.
Timothy Mitchell, January 9th, 1956.
All right, you have warrants out of Wickenburg, the town of Wickenburg, when you failed to pay a warrant, an assessment or a fine on a driving on a suspended or revoked license. This warrant was issued in February of 2024. It was a $250 cash only bond. Your next court date will be in, where did I say that was? Wait a minute, I've got this. Whoops, let me get this. It'll be in the town of Wickenburg Municipal Court on June 11th at 9 a.m. You also have a warrant out of Hacienda Justice Court for failing to appear on November 9th of 2023 on charges of driving on a suspended license. The arrest warrant that was issued by Hacienda Justice Court was for $830. Your next court date will be June 5th at 8:30. Then the reason that we have you here today, I believe, this morning is because you were arrested yesterday, charged with driving on a suspended license in the Wickenburg, town of Wickenburg jurisdiction. I'm going to set a $50 bond in that matter. Next court date will be June 11th at 9 a.m. in the town of Wickenburg, and your orders are right over there.
Thank you, sir.
Matthew Mays, and then it'll be Javier Valencia. Full name, date of birth?
Matthew Mays, June 6, 1968.
All right, there's a direct complaint filed by the county attorney's office. It charges you with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The date that this is alleged to have occurred was February 22nd of this year. And an attorney will be appointed at your next court appearance. The warrant that was issued had a $750 bond, and your next court date will be June 9th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And then the reason we are fortunate enough to have you here this morning is because you were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6. A $250 bond is set in that case. Your next court date will be on June 9th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix also. There's your order right over there. Javier Valencia, and then it'll be Jaime Quintana. Full name, date of birth?
Xavier Valencia, 10/09/2001.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with criminal trespass of a residential structure. That's a Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix, June 17th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this offense was alleged to have been committed. You understand? Okay,
Yes, sir.
your order's right over there. Jaime Quintana, then it'll be Kenneth Richardson.
My name is Jaime Alexander Quintana, birthday July 21st, 1986.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with driving while under the influence in the jurisdiction of East Mesa Justice Court. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in East Mesa Justice Court on June 18th at 9 a.m. Your order's right over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kenneth Richardson, then it'll be Luis Perez. Full name, date of birth.
Kenneth James Richardson, 9965.
All right, Mr. Richardson, you were arrested yesterday, charged with taking illegal contraband into a correction facility, a Class 2 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, disorderly conduct with a weapon, Class 6 felony, and threatening and intimidating a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm going to release you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix on June 17th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not returning to the locations where these offenses have been alleged to have occurred, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 17th at 8:30. When you, a few days after you're released, there's a number on your release papers that you get for pretrial services. Call them and just touch base with them. Anybody who's placed on supervised release by the pretrial service, they're asked to touch base with pretrial services a few days after they're released, just so they know you know how to get in touch with them if you have a problem. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Luis Perez, and then it'll be Cole Piercy. Full name, date of birth.
Luis Perez, 11/25/1979.
All right, you, sir, were arrested, when was this? Yesterday. Charged with the following offenses, 1 count each: taking contraband into a correctional facility, a Class 2 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, disorderly conduct with a weapon.
What?
Disorderly conduct with a weapon or dangerous instrument. That's a Class 6 felony.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have, Mr. Perez. All right, I apologize. Well, see, this scatters around, and I was rereading Mr. Richardson's charges. I apologize. You can put your eyebrows down now.
Okay.
All right. Yes, you were arrested yesterday for these charges: possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 17th at 8:30, all right?
Okay.
There's your orders over there.
No.
Cole Piercy, then it'll be Deshaun White. Full name, date of birth?
Corleone Piercy, 5/19/1998.
All right, sir, you were arrested yesterday, charged with giving false information to law enforcement, a misdemeanor, and failing to have a driver's license or any other kind of ID while you were driving. That's a misdemeanor also. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Alma Free Justice Court on June 23rd at 10:30. Your orders are right over there.
Appreciate it.
Right. Deshaun White, and then it'll be Sean Sifrit. Is there a Deshaun White or?
He's going to get him right now, sir.
Okay, well, let me take ahead of that, Sean Sifrit. Mr. Sifrit, give me your full name, date of birth.
Sean Seifert, 6/5/83.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with assault with intent to injure, misdemeanor. Pretrial services says you're capable of hiring your own counsel financially. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Peoria Municipal Court on June 19th at 9 a.m. Conditions of your release include not initiating any contact with alleged victims or witnesses. All right? Mm-hmm. Your order's right over there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. How about Jonathan Brooks, if Deshaun White's not here yet? Full name, date of birth, please.
Jonathan Allen Brooks, 10/12/95.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you were arrested yesterday, charged with disorderly conduct by fighting a misdemeanor. Pretrial services says that you're not indigent, you're capable of hiring your own attorney. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Peoria Municipal Court on June 19th at 9 a.m. Conditions of your release include, even if this is your residence, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, you're not to initiate contact with victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand?
Yes.
All right, order right over there. Did Deshaun White ever show up?
Yes, sir.
All right. Full name, date of birth?
Deshaun White on June 5th, 1993.
All right, Mr. White, you were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and shoplifting. A misdemeanor. I point the public defender's office to represent you. You were also on felony probation at the time this is alleged to have occurred. And your probation officers they almost always, when somebody is a Term 1 violation, they implement revocation proceedings. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, subject to the supervision. by your probation officer. You're to call your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. And your next court date in this matter, the new arrest, will be June 1st at 8, wait a minute, that was the date of violation. It'll be June 17th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Then and also you're not to go back where the location is alleged to have occurred. On the probation violation matter, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Also, you need to appear on June 9th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix for your revocation arraignment hearing. All right? Call your probation officer within 72 hours of your release, and your orders are right over there.
Thank you.
Okay, I have my next people are Spanish speakers. Do we have a
intervention program, treatment services?
Can the interpreter hear me?
Yes,
All right.
I can hear you.
All right, thank you. We have 2 Spanish speakers. We're in open court. They're bringing him into the courtroom in a moment.
Okay.
We need to have Alberto Perez brought in. Okay, here he comes. We have an interpreter. Okay. Mr. Perez is here. I'd like him to give me his full name and date of birth. Listen to the interpreter.
Señor Alberto, voy a necesitar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Alberto Pérez Santiago, nació el 4 de agosto de 1989.
Alberto Perez Santiago, date of birth, August 4th, 1989.
All right, Mr. Perez, you were arrested yesterday and charged with driving while under the influence. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Arrowhead Justice Court on June 17th at 2 p.m.
Ok, señor Pérez, usted fue arrestado ayer y con el cargo de estar conduciendo bajo la influencia. Voy a liberarlo y usted va a aparecer en la Corte de la Justicia el 17 de junio a las 2 p.m. en Arrowhead.
You have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
¿Todo bien?
Okay, your order's right over there. All right, the second Spanish speaker is Jaime Aguilar.
Okay.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
Jaime Aguilar Rubio, 10/17/1950.
Jaime Aguilar Rubio, 10/17/1950.
19.
All right, Mr. Aguilar, you were arrested yesterday, charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct with a serious weapon. That's a Class 6 felony, and 2 counts of disobeying the court order by being where you were and around the people that you've been ordered not to have contact with. That's that is a misdemeanor. Those are misdemeanors. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. A $5,000 bond has been set, and your next court date is June 1st at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. I take that back. It is June 9th.
Muy bien, usted fue arrestado el día de ayer por un cargo de alteración del orden público. y por la conducta con un arma, que esa es un delito de clase 6, y también con 2 cargos por desobedecer la orden de la corte por estar alrededor de las personas con las cuales usted se le había ordenado no tener contacto. Entonces, ese es un delito menor y va a tener que ir a la oficina pública de defensa para usted tener con una fianza de 5,000. Entonces, su próxima fecha de corte sería el 9 de junio a las 8:30 en la Superior Court en Downtown Phoenix.
If and when you are released, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with those people, and the order of protection that's in place, you must follow its conditions.
Y cuando sea liberado, no debe regresar a la escena del presunto delito o tener contacto con esas personas, porque hay una orden de protección en su lugar y tiene que seguir estas condiciones.
Your order's right over there.
Su orden.
All right, thank you, Monsieur Interpreter. Excellent job.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I may assist you with?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you for calling Lion Bridge for your language needs. Have a great day.
Yes, let me ask, is the county attorney going to appear on number 15, Darius Holman? All right. Darius Holman, I thought I had that as a house call. Number 15, yeah, he is, okay. And I see the reason that Mr. Holman cannot be here because he's apparently intoxicated. Let me get his case up here. He was arrested yesterday, charged with resisting arrest with risking physical injury, a class 6 felony, disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, and aggravated assault, assault, a misdemeanor assault, recklessly risking injury, a misdemeanor. He's being released on his own, on a supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Andrew Magana is a house call because, let me see.
It's combative, Your Honor.
Combative, okay, well, okay, that's, yeah, number 14, not number 4. I'm told he was combative. He was arrested yesterday, charged with 2 counts of theft of means of transportation, class 3 felonies, burglary, class 3 felony, resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a class 6 felony, threatening and intimidating, a misdemeanor, criminal damage, defacing property, a misdemeanor, obstruction by refusing to give correct name, a misdemeanor, and resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent him. He's on felony release at the time this is alleged to have occurred yesterday, so he'll be held without bond until his next court date, which will be June 6th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And finally, Preston Cook is a house call because I'm told he is a danger to others. Mr. Cook, let me get his case up here. Yes, he's here because he's on felony probation and a warrant for his arrest was issued for violating conditions of probation on May 22nd with a $100 bond. His next court date will be his revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court downtown Phoenix on June 9th at 8:30. That's it, correct? All right, let me log off here. And I will take the house calls. You know, I wondered in the last couple of weeks, every time a clerk gives me this, they say it has antagonistic, combative or something. And
All right.
Thank you. You may be seated. Give me just a second and we will get started. All right, good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Monday, June 2nd, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have... Good morning, interpreter.
Good morning, Judge.
Should I pause here or should I start over?
No, that's fine. I can do that, what you just said.
Okay.
Bien, buenos días. Soy la comisionada Elizabeth Campbell y este es el tribunal de las 8 de la mañana de comparecencia inicial del lunes 2 del 2025. Las órdenes del tribunal van a tomar pruebas de ADN y se van a dar en el primer calendario de este mes. Esto le aplica a todos los asuntos que estén en este calendario. Las personas que comparezcan en este tribunal se les recuerda que tienen el derecho de permanecer en silencio y todo lo que digan podrá usarse en su contra.
Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney.
La mayoría de ustedes califican para tener un abogado designado por el tribunal.
If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Si no tienen un abogado designado por el tribunal, o aún si tienen uno, pueden contratar un abogado por cuenta propia para que les represente.
I will be calling you up individually.
Les voy a llamar a cada uno de ustedes individualmente.
When your name is called, please proceed to the podium.
Cuando se llame su nombre, por favor, vengan al podio.
At the conclusion of your matter, detention officers will have paperwork for you.
Cuando se concluya su asunto, los oficiales de detención van a tener papeleo para ustedes.
That paperwork will include my orders in your case.
Este papeleo incluirá mis órdenes en su caso.
As well as the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings.
Así como las fechas, las ubicaciones de sus audiencias futuras.
All right, we are going to start this morning with Chris Vargas, please.
Bien, vamos a empezar esta mañana con Chris Vargas, por favor.
Right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
And Mr. Vargas, please state your name for the record.
Señor Vargas, por favor, diga su nombre para el acta.
Chris Vargas Aguayo.
Chris Vargas Aguayo.
And Mr. Vargas, what is your date of birth?
Y señor Vargas, ¿cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
19 de abril del 2007.
April 19th of 2007.
All right, you were arrested on charges of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, a Class 2 felony.
Bien, usted fue arrestado por cargos de robo a mano armada con un arma mortal. Esto es un delito tipificado de clase 2.
And this offense occurred on or about May 31st, 2025.
Y este delito ocurrió alrededor del 31 de mayo de 2025.
I am appointing you an attorney.
Le voy a nombrar un abogado.
And I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on May 9th at 8:30 and the next one on, the first one on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30.
Y le estoy designando 2 audiencias en su caso. La primera va a ser el 9 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda va a ser el 9 de junio a las 8:30. Perdón, la primera el 9 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda el 11 de junio a las 8:30.
Both of those hearings are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Ambas de estas audiencias son en el Tribunal Superior del Condado Maricopa.
In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000.
En su caso, voy a fijar una fianza para asegurar su presencia en la cantidad de $50,000.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not have any contact with the alleged victim.
En caso de que usted pueda pagar esta fianza para dejarla en libertad, no puede usted contactar a la supuesta víctima.
And you may not possess any weapons.
Y usted no debe de poseer ningún arma.
Right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
Pase a un lado, le van a dar el papeleo.
All right, Madam Interpreter, that is the only Spanish language matter that I have marked. However, will you please inquire in the gallery if anybody else needs your services this morning?
Of course. ¿Alguien más necesita los servicios del intérprete de español esta mañana?
No hands, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Interpreter, we have no hands. Thank you so much for your assistance.
You're welcome.
All right, Juan Perez and then Gabriel Garcia, please.
Juan Perez.
All right, Mr. Perez, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Juan Jose Perez,
And Mr. Perez, what is your date of birth?
10/25/1996.
Thank you. You are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony, aggravated assault, impeding breathing, a Class 4 felony, threatening or intimidating, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a Class 6 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $100,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to pretrial release conditions and supervision, including ankle monitoring and drug and alcohol testing. You are to have no contact with the alleged victim, and you are not to return to the scene of the crime. That's true even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. You are to obey any orders of protection and any orders against harassment. You may not possess any weapons or any alcohol. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Gabriel Garcia, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Give me just a second. Now is it good, Julie? Okay. Mr. Garcia, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Gabriel Andres Garcia,
And Mr. Garcia, what is your date of birth?
May 16th, 1996.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of theft or control of property. That offense date was on or about May 25th, 2025. Possession of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, that's a Class 4 felony, and possession of burglary tools, that's a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. You were also arrested on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, which is a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. I did not find probable cause for those drug violations. However, that does not mean those allegations are dismissed, and formal charges may nevertheless be brought on those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 2 hearings, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30. Both of those hearings are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $10,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. Now, you would also have to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, which brings us to your cases for which you are currently on probation. You are currently on probation in CR 2021-103653 and CR 2024-10787. In those cases, your new charges would constitute a violation of Term 1 of your existing probations. In your 2021, I am appointing you an attorney in both of those probation violation matters, and I am setting a hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the 2021 probation violation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the 2024 probation violation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Again, in the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you are reminded you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
Thank you. Milicia Platerio, please. Good morning, ma'am. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Milicia Platerio.
And Ms. Platerio, what is your date of birth?
10/27/85.
Thank you. And you are here on 2 cases today. You were, well, let's go in chronological order. The Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest on a direct complaint that alleges that on or about December 11th of 2024, you engaged in aggravated driving or actual physical control while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs. That's a Class 4 felony. I am, in that case, appointing, in the direct complaint matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 9th at 8:30 and June 11th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your direct complaint case in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated DUI, DUI while your license was suspended or revoked, a Class 4 felony, and failure to stay with your vehicle after an accident, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. And I am appointing you an attorney on your new charges. I'm setting hearings in your new charges on June 9th at 8:30 and June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. On your new charges, I am setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. I am also requiring that in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you participate in pretrial supervision to include alcohol and drug testing. I'm also reminding you that you are not to drive a motor vehicle. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Paul Herrera, please. All right, Mr. Herrera, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Raul Junior Herrera.
All right, Mr. Herrera, what is your date of birth?
9/15/75.
Thank you. And you were arrested on a based upon a warrant which issued for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $1,000. In the event you're able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay, so I'm going to be released today?
If you are able to post that secured appearance bond of $1,000. Go ahead, step to left. David Smith, please. And then after Mr. Smith, we're going to have Alexis Barragan. Hello, sir. All right. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
David Ramon Smith,
All right. And Mr. Smith, what's your date of birth?
November 11, 1976.
Okay. All right. And you are here today on 4 matters. We're going to talk about your Superior Court matter, Maricopa County Superior Court matters first. In those matters, which are your cases, CR 2019-001239 and CR 2022-001317, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in those cases. In both of those Maricopa County Superior Court probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both of those Maricopa County probation violation matters, I am setting a secured appearance bond of $500 in each case. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I'm reminding you that you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Now, you are also here because the Goodyear Municipal Court and, I guess it is the Goodyear Municipal Court, has issued 2 warrants for your arrest on allegations that you failed to make payments in your cases TR 2023-01217 and CM 2019-00561. Because of the nature of those charges, you are in the municipal court, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on both of those matters on June 11th at 8:30. In both of those municipal court matters, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50. Okay? All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Please.
Alexis Barragan, please.
Hello.
Hello. Ma'am, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Alexis Samantha Berrigan,
And Ms. Barragan, what is your date of birth?
January 22nd, 1995.
Okay. Ma'am, if you could step behind the podium, that way we'll get you better on the recording, okay?
Okay. Say it again.
All right. What is your date of birth?
January 22nd, 1995.
Thank you. And you are here today on 3 matters. We're going to start with your new matter first. You were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. You were also charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did not find probable cause for the dangerous drug allegation. However, that doesn't mean that that allegation is dismissed, and formal charges may nevertheless be filed for that violation. I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $750. Now, in the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, which brings us to your probation cases. You are currently on probation in CR 2023-104356 and CR 2022-10489. In both of those probation cases, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your failure to appear. Yes. In both of those probation cases, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your failure to appear. I am not appointing you an attorney in the probation matters because if you are entitled to an attorney, one should already have been appointed for you. I am setting hearings on May 9th at 8:30 on both probation cases in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am also setting secured appearance bonds in both probation cases in the amount of $500. If you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, again, I am reminding you, you do need to contact your probation officer. Okay, go ahead, step to the left.
So all they have to do is pay my bond?
Yes, they are. Yes, if you pay your bonds, you can get released. But if you get released, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, and you also need to go to your hearing.
Okay.
All right, Jacqueline Gano, please. Ooh. Good morning, ma'am. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jacqueline K. Gano.
And, hold on, let me get a little organized. All right, and Ms. Gano, what is your date of birth?
9/20/67.
All right, and you are here today on 3 cases. They are CR 2020-000307, CR 2022-1089006, and CR 2022-000453. In each of those cases, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated those probations. In each of those cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your case, CR 2020-000307, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In your case, CR 2022-1089006, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And in your case, CR 2022-000453, I am setting secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you that you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, go ahead, step left. Santos Vasquez, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Santos Ramon Vasquez,
And Mr. Vasquez, what is your date of birth?
June 7, 1988.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon in a drug offense, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia. That should also a felony. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 2 hearings in your new case, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $500. Now, you are also here because the Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter, which alleges that on or about April 20th, 24, you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. In that direct complaint matter, I am also appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings again on June 9th at 8:30 and June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Direct complaint matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Your hearing information will be on your paperwork, and I am reminding you that you need to go to those hearings or warrants may issue for your arrest, okay? Go ahead, step to the left. Eric, waiter, please.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Eric Wilder.
And I'm sorry, I did a bad job with your name. I'm going to,
Wilder.
Wyatter. Okay. And Mr. Wyatter, what is your date of birth?
6/29/83.
Thank you. And you are here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2024-14295. In that failure to appear matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed for you, one should already have been appointed. Of course, you may always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 9th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to pay that bond and secure your release, you do need to go to your court hearings. All right, go ahead, step one.
Thank you.
Quosha Howard. And then after Ms. Howard, we're going to have Dennis Cardoza, please. All right, Ms. Howard, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Quosha Howard.
And Ms. Howard, what is your date of birth?
July 18th, 1992.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on disorderly conduct, fighting a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those. And an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on June 16th at 2 p.m. Will you go to that? Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. However, you are subject to certain release conditions, including you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence. You need to obtain any essential belongings from the residence. You can arrange for one civil standby with your local police department. What you do is you call them and you say, I need a civil standby, and they will know what that is, and you can collect your belongings. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Yes, ma'am.
Why can't I return to my residence?
Because it's a domestic violence offense, ma'am.
I know, but he broke into my home. It's not his home, it's my home.
He's not
on my lease. He broke into my home.
Okay, so I'm going to back up. Where does he live?
With his mom, or wherever he lives.
Okay, so he doesn't live with you?
No, he does not live with me. It's just me and my kids. He broke into my home.
Okay.
And assaulted me and beat me up. And I hit him back in defense.
Okay. So you were telling the court today that he does not live there?
He does not live there. He is not on my lease. He does not live there. It's just me and my kids.
Okay. So with that information, and thank you, and I appreciate that, I'm going to go ahead and change that. Okay, I am going to, is he the father of any of your children?
Yeah, my unborn child and my last 3 kids, yeah.
Okay, so, hold on. Give me just a second. Okay, so I'm removing the restriction because you're telling me that it is your home and not his home and that he does not live there, correct? All right, I'm allowing, so I'm removing the restriction about returning to the scene of the alleged crime. So you can do that. I'm keeping in that you may not contact the alleged victim.
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, I am putting in though, because I understand you share a child, that you may contact the alleged victim in writing, text, or email to arrange for care and custody of any shared children, okay? Because you told me you do have one child. I mean, you have the one on the way.
3 kids together.
Oh, you have 3. Okay, so that's good. Any shared children.
Yeah, that's how we typically communicate, but he likes to pop up.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do in that case. And I'm also, since you're releasing me in my own recognizance and I return back to the residence, I'm afraid he's going to be there. Even though the police told him not to return back, I'm afraid that he's there because they didn't allow me to lock my door.
Okay. So, and Julie and Officer, I'm sorry, I just added the you must obey terms of order against protection. So sorry about that. Last change though, I promise. All right, ma'am, if you are concerned about that, you're telling me that he doesn't live there, that he was there as your guest, is that?
No, he was not there as my guest.
Okay, I'm sorry, he was, that was a poor phrasing on my part. All right, he doesn't live there and you ask him not to come and he came.
Right.
Okay, so ma'am, you may want to consider getting an order of protection. All right, and if you are concerned, who's with your kids now?
He has our 3.
Okay.
And then my other 2 are with their grandma.
Okay, so you may want to consider reaching out to your local law enforcement agency to do a civil standby if you're concerned that he's at the house when you return. Okay. All right, and there are other avenues you may want to consider, like orders of protection. Okay. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Dennis Cardoza, please, and then Latavia Harper. Hi. All right, Mr. Cardoza, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dennis Mauricio Cardoso,
And Mr. Cardoza, what is your date of birth?
10/24/97.
Thank you. And you are here on a warrant out of the Encanto Justice Court, which alleges that you failed to appear in their matter involving driving with a suspended or revoked license. Those charges stem from April 2017. Because of the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 19th at 1:30 p.m. in the Encanto Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Sure.
Okay. Yes is the right answer.
Yes.
If you do not go to that, another arrest warrant may issue, and I think that this has been not the best use of your time, perhaps. Okay, so I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Make sure you go to your hearing. Again, if you don't go to your hearing, another arrest warrant may issue, and you could do this all over again, okay? Go ahead, step to left. Latavia Harper, please. All right, Ms. Harper, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Latavia Harper.
Sorry, I mispronounced your first name.
You're fine.
I apologize for that. All right, you are here today because the South Mountain Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter, also involving driving with a suspended or revoked license with an offense date of on or about August of 2024. Because of the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 9 a.m. in the South Mountain Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Make sure you go to that. If you don't, another arrest warrant may issue. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Jason McMurrin, please, and then Marvin Perdasty. All right, Mr. McMurrin, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jason McMurrin,
And Mr. McMurrin, what's your date of birth?
8/28/77.
Thank you. And you are here, well, it looks like you were already here. And then there were 2 additional warrants. So let's go ahead and talk about those. Those are, the first one is out of the Buckeye Municipal Court, and it is a post-adjudication warrant in your Buckeye Municipal Court matter CM 2019-000158. And then you have a second warrant out of the Buckeye Municipal Court. This is also a post-adjudication warrant, and this one is in your case CM 2019-000197. In both of those matters, because of the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on June 17th at 2 p.m. in the Buckeye Municipal Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance that you need to go to those hearings. You need to get taken care of, whatever it is you need to get taken care of Buckeye Municipal Court. If you do not do that, additional arrest warrants may issue for you, okay? Go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
Marvin Perdasty. I so apologize for your last name.
Perdasty. Perdasty.
That's a hard one.
Comanche.
Oh, okay. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Marvin Levon Perdasty.
Sophie. All right, and Mr. Perdasty, what is your date of birth?
12/26/78.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. Based upon the limited information that I have in front of me in that Form 4, I'm not finding probable cause for those. However, doesn't mean that those allegations are not dismissed, and you have to attend the scheduled court dates. I will give those to you because formal charges may nevertheless be filed. I'm also advising you that failure to appear for your court dates could result in a warrant being issued for your arrest. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 16th at 8:30 and June 19th at 8:30. Both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. Okay, go ahead, step to the left. All right, Mallory Newport, please. All right, Ms. Newport, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Mallory Newport.
And Ms. Newport, what is your date of birth?
8/11/89.
Thank you. Okay, and you are here on 3 matters today. So we're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County matter first, and then we'll move to your out-of-state matter, all right?
Okay.
So in Maricopa County, you are here because, let me try this again. You are here because you have a direct complaint warrant issued for your arrest on a direct complaint matter, which alleges that on or about November 4th of 2020, you possessed or used narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that on or about that same date you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that on or about, and there's 2 counts of the possession of dangerous drugs, and then on or about November 4th of 2020, you possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. In that direct complaint matter, Maricopa County direct complaint matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings. The first on June 9th at 8:30, and the next one on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In this first direct complaint matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a second warrant for your arrest in a second direct complaint matter, which alleges that on or about July 1st of 2022, you possessed or used dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that on or about July 1st of 2022, you possessed or used narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that on or about that same date, you possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and that on or about that same date, you engaged in driving or actual physical control while under the influence of liquor or drugs, a Class 1 misdemeanor. In that second direct complaint matter, I am also appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30. Both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that second direct complaint matter in the amount of $250. Now, you are also here because the state of Indiana issued a warrant for your arrest. Now, did you get a white laminated card? Okay. All right, Miss Mallory, Miss Newport, as we discussed, a warrant for your arrest was issued by the state of Indiana. That state wants you back on its warrant. You said that you received the white laminated card with the information about the fugitive of justice, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states, that would be Indiana and Arizona, before you are sent back to the state of Indiana. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. So those direct complaint matters that we just discussed, those are criminal charges that are pending, okay? If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing for June 16th at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your expense if you choose. You are entitled, you are not entitled to bail because the arrest warrant is for a probation violation. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Indiana. That process could take up to 90 days. So in view of that, including consideration of your pending charges here in Arizona, would you like to waive your right to an extradition hearing?
So if I did not waive it and I had to do the 90-day thing, when say I went to my court dates and I took care of them and did whatever I had to do and got them taken care of, would I be able to bond out then?
So the no bond is because the no bond on the Indiana matter is because it's a probation violation in Indiana.
I wasn't on probation. The court, or I haven't even had my hearings yet.
So according to the Indiana warrant, this is a probation violation.
Even though I've never been charged, or I've never been convicted of these charges?
Again, according to what I'm looking at, this says offense probation violation.
Yeah, I've never been charged. I've only been charged with these. I haven't been convicted.
So based upon what I'm looking at, that's what I'm seeing. in view of the questions you have, as well as your pending criminal charges here in Arizona, it is completely your right to choose not to waive your extradition hearing and to proceed to your extradition hearing on June 16th at 1:30 in the Maricopa County Superior Court. At that time, you'll talk to the judge there that's for the extradition matter. That's for the Indiana, and you can provide her with some additional information if you have that. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put you chose not to waive your rights today. I am, as we discussed, I'm holding you non-bondable in the Indiana matter. However, the judge on June 16th, she can change that. Okay. All right.
So if she changes that, do I still need to post the bond for the other?
Yes, you would. You would still need to post.
Can I take care of that now?
Well, yes, but since I'm holding you non-bondable on the Indiana matter, even if you paid the bonds on the other cases, you still couldn't. You'd still be held. So it might make sense to wait and get those taken care of all at the same time. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So with that, go ahead, step left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Do we have? Yeah. I'll get your rest of your
All right, Arthur Miles, please. Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Arthur Miles.
And Mr. Miles, what is your date of birth?
5/3/91.
Thank you. And you are here also because there is a warrant for your arrest out of Nevada. Did you get that white card, that laminated white card? Okay. And start with Mr. Miles. What is your date of birth?
5/3/91.
Thank you. Okay, and as we discussed, a warrant for your arrest was issued by the state of Nevada. Nevada wants you back on its warrant, and you stated you received and reviewed that white laminated card, correct? You have to answer out loud.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Miles, you have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to the state of Nevada. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. You are entitled to bail, which in this case would be $2 million cash. If you aren't able to post your bail, you would be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Nevada. That process could take up to 90 days. So, Mr. Miles, I need to know from you now whether or not you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing.
Waive.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sir.
That's my bail for out here or just period?
That's your bail for, so my review of the warrant said that you were to be held non-bondable. However, because my review of that warrant was also that it was a pre-adjudication, you have not been convicted.
Oh, okay.
Under Arizona law, my review indicates that I do need to set a bond, which is what I did. But because of the nature of the charge, I did set a very high bond. Okay. All right, but you are indicating to me today that you do want to waive your right to an extradition hearing. So we have to go through a little colloquy. All right, I understand at this time you do want to sign the waiver of extradition. I need to ask you some questions as I am making a record of this proceeding. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. Did you understand that, do you understand that you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to bail?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
To sign for the hearing? To waive the hearing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication within the last 24 hours?
No.
Okay. I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the requesting state that you are ready to return. The requesting state will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, the 30 days will not start until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions, Mr. Miles?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. You are waiving your rights, and then we're going to have stuff for you to sign up here when the clerk and the officers are ready. Julie, can I put the house calls on the record while you're doing that? Okay. All right, we have 2 house calls this morning. These individuals are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing today in court. Our first house call is Robert Hunsicker. Mr. Hunsicker is here on 2 matters. He is here first because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for his arrest on a direct complaint matter which alleges that on or about May 24th of 2021 and May 26th of 2021, he engaged in the sale or transportation of narcotic drugs, a Class 2 felony. In that matter, I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on June 9th at 8:30 and June 11th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $50. Now, Mr. Hunsicker is also here with us today because he was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 9th at 8:30 and the next one on June 11th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event that Mr. Hunsicker would be able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to release conditions, including pretrial supervision to include ankle monitoring. Our next house call is Bilal Ashby. Mr. Ashby was arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing Mr. Ashby an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in his case. The first on June 17th at 8:30, and the next one on June 19th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. My intention at this time is to release Mr. Ashby to pretrial supervision. In the event that anything changes after I talk to Mr. Hunsicker or Mr. Ashby, I will update my written orders in their matters. I still have a couple more for the report session. Okay.